Good morning, everybody. How are you today? It is Tuesday, January the 5th, Technique Tuesday. I hope you're having a good one. My name is Karen. I'm here with Get Moving, as always. And as always, Get Moving is here to help people with mobility issues to get some exercise. Every weekday, 11 o'clock. Find it here. If you can't make 11 o'clock, not a problem at all. Because up in the description up there somewhere, there is the web address, reesfitness.co.uk/getmoving, and we've got all the archives of all the other ones we've done over all the other lockdowns forever and ever and ever. So if you can't make it now, well, at 11 o'clock in the morning doing it live, then join in and the catch up via the website up there. Simple as. Give it a click, have a look, give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much. So, Technique Tuesday. We're going to go through the exercises today. And at the end, very end, we'll take 5 minutes maybe, and we'll go over in a bit more in depth over one of the exercises that we've been doing. Let you know what to do, how to do it, a bit more detail about that, why we do it, alternatives, stuff like that. So yeah, that'll be at the end of the session. Otherwise, don't forget, all these exercises are pretty much suitable for pretty much everybody, whether you are seated, whether you are standing, whether you are fully fit and healthy, whether you have mobility issues, whether you can or cannot stand, whether bits of you do or don't work, whatever. Pretty much everybody can do these exercises. It does take a bit of effort. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a nice person. I'm going to make you do things you don't particularly want to do. I don't care, because it's going to make us all better in the long run. But yeah, pretty much everybody can do these. If you've got any questions, then by all means, in the comments below, ask away, or via the website up there, ask away, and we'll get back in touch with you and answer any questions you've got. Anyway, that's enough waffle by now, so hopefully everyone who's here is going to be here, so let's make a start, shall we? Now, I've jotted down, I threw my dice earlier today, and I've jotted down the random numbers of repetitions we're going to do for all these exercises. Don't forget, as always, if you spot my deliberate counting error, and it will be deliberate, not accidental or incompetent, it will be deliberate error. If you spot it, say so in the comments below, and you win a prize. Not sure what that prize is yet. Probably not a good prize, but win it anyway. So here we go. First of all, what have we got on the board? Marching on the spot. So if you are seated, the first exercise we're going to do is just marching. Sitting tall, marching our legs up and down like so. They don't have to be big moves. They can be small ones, but we're going to do the best moves that we can do, okay? Everyone's unique, everyone's different, but you do the best version of marching on the spot that you can do if you're seated. If you're standing, it's the same idea, but of course, standing, marching on the spot while standing. Do the biggest move that you can do, just do the best you can. Doesn't matter how good or how bad we are as long as we try. That's the key thing, okay? And apparently we're going to do 25 of these. So keep track. I'm going to count precisely 25 repetitions, except when I make the deliberate error. And then in that case, obviously, leave the comments below and you'll win a prize of some very low value. But 25 repetitions, marching on the spot. Are you ready? In 3, in 2, in 1, and away we go. Marching away. It's a warm-up. It just gets the body moving. Nice and simple, nothing complicated, but it gets things started. It gets us out of that low power first thing in the morning. Oh my God. So that's number 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. And that's it. Job done. So our next exercise, we're going to move into the top half of the body, shoulder rolls. So whether you're seated or standing, same thing. Shoulder rolls like so, and if you can, make it a bigger move, arm rolls like so. And it seems we're going to do 17 of these, okay? So sitting or standing tall, avoid slouching, be nice and tall, chest out, and 17 times. Are you ready? Away we go. So shoulder rolls, smaller movements like this is the easier version. But of course, if you can, make it a bigger move like this. Getting your arms involved, reaching up and back and down. The bigger the move, the better. But you do whatever you can do. We all have our own limitations. We do whatever we can. do the best version of it we can. So this is nice for posture. It's going to get the upper body moving. We got our legs moving before. This is getting the arms moving. And over the time, we're going to do the whole body. Everything's going to be moving quite nicely. We're going to make sure all the joints are okay, minimize stiff joints, get as much movement as we can through them, make them feel tired, but better. And I think that is number 16, so one more for fun. Number 17. Outstanding, well done. Our next one, knee bends. So if you are seated, then we're going to move the knees as much as possible, okay? So as always, sitting tall, going to kick one foot out and back, other foot out and back. We're going to move that knee joint as much as we can, okay? The bigger the move, the better. Now again, if you can't do the full move, don't worry, do the best version that you can do. I'm going to do apparently 20 of these. Whether you do 20 or more or less, I don't mind. You do whatever you can do, okay? Just get as much movement out of that knee joint as you can. If you're standing, kicking the heels back towards the bums, okay? Again, knee joint, we're just getting as much movement as you can, okay? So I'm going to do 20-ish. You're going to do whatever you can do. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Bending and straightening those knees. If we have stiff knees, if we have painful knees, these kind of exercises are fantastic just to help maintain and improve as much movement as we can in the knees. If we just say, I've got stiff knees, I can't do it, so I won't do it, that's not going to happen. We're going to get worse. Use it or lose it. I'm sure you've heard that phrase before. It's true. We've got to make sure we use it. There we go. That's 20. Nicely done. Moving on to twisty Sarahs. Now, I think it was last week, wasn't it? Last week, I went to in-depth about twisty Sarahs, why we do them, how we do them, that kind of stuff. So if you're unsure about this particular exercise, have a look back at last Tuesday, and I go in a bit more in depth and explain all about it. But whether you are seated, whether you are standing, folding your arms and twisting in one direction or the other. And it says 17, okay? In 3, 2, 1, away we go. Like I said, whether you do 17 or not, you might do more, you might do less, I don't know. But you do as best as you can. You've just got this time window. I'm going to do 17-ish, and you can do whatever you can in that window of opportunity. And that's the important thing. We do what we can. I bang on about this a hell of a lot because it's important. I think that's 16 and 17. Job done. We do what we can, whatever level it is. Okay. Double taps. Okay. If you're seated, again, getting legs going a little bit. A double tap is when the knee comes up twice. So sitting tall, knee comes up, 1, 2, and then it goes down. Same on the side. 1, 2, then it goes down. A double tap. Most important thing, as always, if you are seated, when you lift the knee up, don't let yourself collapse back there somewhere. You stay tall and then do the knee raise. You stay tall. Good posture, okay? If you're standing, time for balance. This will get your balance. If you're a bit iffy with balance, don't forget you're going to stand close to a wall, a chair, a table, something like that, okay? Don't use it unless you have to, obviously, but it's there just in case. And your double tap is 1, 2, balancing on that one leg, okay? And apparently we're going to do 19 of these. So get yourselves ready. Bigger moves are harder, smaller moves are easier. Your choice which. Off we go. A double tap there, and then a double tap there. And off we go. Like I said, a smaller move down here, easier. So a small move is easier. A bigger move is harder. I don't mind which version you do, as long as you do it. And again, it doesn't matter how many you do, as long as you give it a go. We try our best. We don't just go, oh, I can't, and then give up. We don't give up, basically. We help each other out. We keep each other going. We support each other. It's a pretty shitty time of year. A pretty end of a shitty year. So we help each other out. That, though, is our 19. So we stick in, we do what we can, we help each other out, all right? That's my top tip of the day. What have we got? Bendianas are next. So I was reading my board there, terrible memory. Bendianas, seated or standing, same thing either way. Definitely one arm goes down as we bend sideways, like so. If we can, as one arm goes down, the other arm comes up over the top, stretching away. Again, we're bending the spine, keeping ourselves as mobile as possible. And it looks like we're going to do 21 of these. So in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So definitely one arm down like so. That's a given. If you can, reaching over the top like so. Again, a smaller move is easier. A bigger move is harder. You do the biggest move that you can do. And again, you don't have to go my pace. You might go faster. You might go slower. Doesn't matter. This is just, I'm going to do 21 of these precisely, exactly. No deviation whatsoever. I'm going to do 21. You just do whatever you can in that time limit. Okay? But a big move from the spine, big move from the arm, a good stretch down the side. This one is number 20, and so this must be 21. Job done, simple as that. Moving on swiftly onto the legs now. Squats and sit stands. So, if you've been seated, now is your chance to get your legs moving. In, as I said before, a strength exercise or a stretch exercise, your choice which, depends on what your needs are. So, if you're seated, feet tucked back underneath you, shift your bum right to the front of the chair, tilt your body weight forward, put some weight over those feet. Feel, as I lean forward, you should hopefully feel your feet just getting heavier as they just start to push down into the ground a bit more. Back here, my feet are light, they're floating, nothing there. But as I lean forward, I feel my feet getting heavier, just starting to push down and use my muscles a bit more. Then from there, we'll stand up all the way, okay? If you want to do this as a stretch, just stay standing, bum in, chest out, stretch tall. Get out of the usual seated position we find ourselves in. Stretch, okay? If you want to do this for repetitions, if you want to do this for strength, then under control, you sit back down and then repeat time and time again. So you can do it as a stretch or you can do it as a strengthening exercise. Your choice which. However, if you're standing, squat time, feet flat, toes out, imaginary chair behind us, and we sit back and stand tall, okay? Looks like we're going to do 18 of these. So are you ready? Sitting, standing, or squats in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So you do, again, I'm going to do 18. You do more or less or whatever. It's your choice which. The key thing is we're either using these legs time and time again to get the muscles moving, or if you're doing a stretch, you're just going to be stretching and standing and keeping on stretching through the time it takes me to do 18 of these squats. You're going to be standing tall. Your bum is going to be in there. You're going to be standing chest up, not hunched over like so. So whether you're doing the squats or you're doing the stretch, your choice which, but you're going to do the best version that you can do. And 3 more. 16, 17, and final one for fun. 18. Job done. Finished. Okay. Moving on to ankles and tightrope walking. So, if you've been standing, well, let me rephrase that. If you've been seated and you've just been standing now, getting your ankles moving, okay? So, ankles bending and straightening like so. Big move, as big a movement as you can do at the ankles. Get your heel to touch the floor. And then your toes. And heel, toes, heel, toes. Make sure you do the same on both sides. Obviously, even if one side is better than the other, I don't mind. Try on the bad side, okay? If we're standing, tightrope walking, working on balance. So, have an imaginary line painted on the floor in front of you there, okay? Feet wide is easier, feet narrow is harder, but we're going to tightrope along that line on the floor. So with me, off you go. We're going to walk heel toe along that imaginary tightrope on the floor. We're going to make our balance as difficult as we can. We're going to succeed in balancing, obviously, but we're going to make it hard work. Well done. Now, same thing, going backwards. Of course, this time, toes, heels, toes, heels. Again, we're challenging, we're making balance difficult. Toes, heels, but we're staying on that imaginary line. Tightrope walking. And because we know for a fact, it's like gravity, it's a physics thing. The second time is always better than the first time. This is true. So we're going to do it again. Off we go. Heel toe. Balancing away. You know the drill by now. You know what we're supposed to be doing. Let your arms help. You wobble, you sway as much as you want. I don't mind. Wobbling and swaying is much better than falling. We don't fall. We do wobble and sway. Same thing last time, going backwards. Toes, heels. Balancing away on that line. Like a proper tightrope walker, 1,000,000 miles up in the air. Have you seen them do that on TV? It's amazing. 1,000,000 miles up in the air and they're tightrope walking. Who'd have thunk it? There we go. That's it. That's our second time done and dusted. So now, moving on to our last couple of exercises. Fast feet. So far I've been banging on about bigger the move, the harder the move, okay? Now we're going to flip it over, okay? The complete opposite. The smaller the move, the better. Fast feet, if you are seated, running on the spot like so. Your feet bubbling up and down like so. Small, fast movements. If you are standing, running on the spot, like so. Small, fast movements. I have my timer set for 10 seconds. We're going to do 2 rounds of 10 seconds because I can't actually last much longer than that. They call me the 10-second wonder. It's good. It's a good nickname. So, fast feet. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Running on spot. Nice and quick. Small, quick foot movements. Boom, there we go. Have a breather. We'll do that a second time now in a sec. Don't forget, do the best version that you can do. You don't have to be perfect. I don't want you to be perfect. Don't even try to be perfect. Just try and be a tiny bit faster next time. That's all we need, okay? One more time. Are you ready? 10 seconds again. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Nice, quick foot movements. Small, but speedy. And there we go. Give your legs a bit of a tactical waggle. Give them a breather. Make sure they're okay. And the last exercise, shadow boxing. It seems we're going to do 21 seconds of these. So if you are seated, fists up, you're going to be punching, shadow boxing, punching high, punching low. You can try some hook punches, short hook ones there. You can try some uppercuts under the chin if you like. You can do elbow strikes, hit with the elbow. But the important thing is your body is going to be moving. Shadow boxing, but moving the body, okay? That's if you're seated. If you're standing, it's exactly the same, except of course you're on your feet, and as always, I want fancy footwork. Shuffling forwards, stepping or shuffling back, side to side. It's up to you, but punching away, okay? 3 rounds, 21 seconds each. Are you ready to make a start? Get yourself nicely out of breath. This is the goal for this exercise. Get out of breath. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Shadow boxing. Punching away. Nice quick hands, quick arms. But use your body. Twist, 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 twist. Use your body. Use your hips. Get your hips round as we're punching. Get yourself moving as best we can. That's our time. That's our first round. So hopefully your heart rate is sneaking up a little bit. We're going to go straight to the second round now. Keep that breathing up, Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Shadow boxing again. Moving back, moving forwards. Whatever you need to do to get yourself and keep yourself out of breath. And there's time. And we've got one final round to do. I'm going to do this one seated, just to show you it can be done. Whether you're seated, whether you're standing, it's a fantastic exercise to get you out of breath. Final round. 3, 2, 1, go. So punching high, punching low, hooks, uppercuts, punching down there. Get your elbows in there if you like. But punching fast, punching hard, moving as much as you personally can move. Do the best version that you can do. Time, and indeed time. And that, or they, are our exercises. So fingers crossed, you have moved quite a bit so far the past 20 minutes, half hour. Your joints, all of them, have got themselves going. You can move better, you can move bigger, you're nicely out of breath, your breathing is up, your heart rate is up, your body is just pumping on all cylinders there, and you're ready for the day ahead of you, even if you have to be stuck indoors. Hey, you know, we can still do this stuff, it's all right. Anyway, as always, it is Technique Tuesday. And so, on Tuesdays, we go over an exercise. This one, you can watch, you can join in now, it's entirely up to you. But this one, I'm going to go a bit more in depth over the shoulder rolls. The ones we did at the start, these ones. So I'm going to take 2 minutes, 5 minutes just to go over them, a bit more detail, explain what they are, why we do them, the reasoning behind them, the thinking behind them, some top tips, stuff like that. Okay, so if you want to be really good at shoulder rolls, stay tuned for the next minute or so. So first of all, I've got it all written on my board here. What is the shoulder rolls? So the point, what we're after is getting the shoulders to come up, back and down. Okay, seen from the side, the shoulders come up, back and down. Now, as you can see, you can do this with your arms down. You don't need to move your arms at all. We're thinking shoulders here. Okay, so up, back and down. However, if you can, we're going to make it bigger by moving the arms up, back and down. Because the arms are attached to the shoulders, if the arms do it, the shoulders have got a good chance of doing it as well. We're going to try and maximize the movement. So, how we do it. Top tip, lead, if you can get your arms moving, if it's not just a shoulder, if you can get your arms going, lead with your thumbs, okay? For as much as you can, get your thumbs to lead the way. So, from here, my thumbs are pointing in the direction my arms are going to go. And I'm going to keep on going. And for as long as I can, for as much as I can, I'm going to get my thumbs to keep on pointing in the direction they're going to go. Now, it gets difficult back here. The thumbs are really struggling to point in the direction they're going. It will stop at some point. For me, it's about this point, and after that, they go sideways. But for as much as I can do, and as much as you can do, I want I want your thumbs to point in the direction that they are moving. As much as you can. By doing that, I am really having to sit tall, turn my arms around, and really get these thumbs pointing in the direction of travel. That is a fantastic tip. As I say, you won't, unless you have broken arms, you won't get your thumbs pointing in the direction of travel all the time. But have it as much as you can. It puts the arms, put the shoulders, put everything in a really, really, really good position of what we're after. This external rotation, this extension here, fancy words, but basically sitting tall and shoulders back. So lead with your thumbs, okay? Also says sit or stand tall, okay? You cannot do this move slumped because the arms will only go so far. If I sit tall, the arms go a hell of a lot further. If you notice that, I'm not actually moving my arms at all. It's just my body is changing direction from there slumping to sitting tall. So even without the arms, you get a hell of a lot more movement by just sitting tall, okay? So lead with your thumbs, sit or stand tall, and get your chest out there. So why do we do the shoulder rolls? Top thing there written down, posture. Especially if we are seated, but this goes for everyone to be honest with you, because we all sit down too much. But especially if we are a wheelchair user, we tend to slouch and slump forwards. Poor posture. Shoulder rolls can help. Just use the muscles needed to help us sit or stand tall. So it's fantastic for posture. This simple exercise, shoulder rolls, fantastic for posture. It improves the mobility, range of motion and strength in the upper body. I was going to say in the shoulders, but it's the upper body, basically from the waist upwards. Because we are thinking of that posture thing, the upper back has to really move a hell of a lot to get this movement going. So not only is it just in the arms and shoulder, the entire upper body is benefiting from this one simple shoulder roll movement, by sitting and standing tall there. Long term, no guarantees with this whatsoever, but long term it can help with reduced pain in things like shoulders and neck. A lot of pain in shoulders and neck can and tend to come from that poor posture. Slouching, shoulders, chin jutting, all that kind of stuff. If we can improve our posture, and one way to help is this shoulder roll, we can minimize the pain that people feel in places like necks, shoulders and backs. So that's why we do it. Improve posture and all the things that lead off from it. It reduces pain, increases the movement that we can do. It's just fantastic for us. Last bit, modifications. So I keep telling you about the two main modifications. If you can't do the full move, how can you modify it? So just the shoulder shrugging is a fantastic modification. If you can't get the arms up, then just shoulder rolls like that. That is really good. Just shrugging. That's modification number one. Fantastic. So backstroke as well. Say for my stroke survivors out there, if you have more use over one side over the other, a backstroke is fine. Just like you're swimming, backstroke. You can do it just one arm, but exactly the same points happen. Thinking about sitting tall, lead with a thumb, backstroke, keep leading with that thumb. We got all the benefits just from one side. That's okay. If you can, then you can do a full backstroke where you do one arm and then the other, alternating. That's if you've got full range over both, if you start full movement over both arms. But this is a fantastic modification because again, it adds a little bit of body twist. It just adds a bit more movement. The bigger the move, the better. Elephant ears. We've done this a few times in the past. Again, if you have trouble getting your arms up or if you have difficulty with it at all, then elephant ears. Sitting or standing, same thing. You're going to hold your hands behind your head. Now, again, if you have only use of one hand, this is where you can, with a bit of muscling around, we can get hold of our paw side and just clamp it to our head. So straight away we're going to have some range of motion there. The exercise in itself can sometimes be just getting the arm up there. And that can be the exercise just by then. But if you can, with the hands behind the head, you're going to think elephant ears, pull those elbows right back. So, seen from the side. There is a setup position there. And then thinking, pull those elbows right back, as far back as you can possibly go. Like you got big two flappy elephant ears. Then you relax and then repeat. Elbows come right back, pinch them back, and then relax. They do a lot of the same movements and benefits to the shoulder rolls. It's getting the arms high, it's getting the chest out, it's getting the shoulders back, it's getting that posture going. This simple elephant ears is a fantastic alternative modification to the full arm rolls. Give them a try, find out which version you prefer. I don't care which one you do, as long as you do it. Last one I've got written here is wall wise. Sounds a bit weird, that one. So you're going to be sat or stood with your back against the wall. Let's see if I can stay in shot. So I'm going to be kneeling back against the wall because I'm a bit too tall for the ceiling. Back against the wall, lead with your thumbs, and then you just put yourself up into a capital Y position, up against the wall there, and then relax, and that's it. It's over half of the shoulder rolls. We flush against the wall, head against the wall, lead with the thumbs, come up into that Y position there, feel your shoulders pinching back, and then relax. And you do that for repetitions. You'd come up, pinch your shoulders back against the wall, flush against the wall, and relax. Now, some people will have trouble getting to the wall. This is where the posture comes in. The shoulders have to be pinned back, the head has to be right back, and then you really drive your arms back using that upper back strength. So they, excuse me, it's cold in here, snotty nose. They are modifications for shoulder rolls. Give them all a try, find out what works best for you personally. Again, as always, I don't really mind what you do as long as you do it. Find out what works best and away you go. So that is the shoulder roll exercise, what it is, why we do it, how to modify it, that kind of stuff. Give it a practice for the rest of the day. Let us know in the comments below whether it works for you, what you find easy, what you find hard, because again, I want you to understand and know this technique and be able to get the most out of it. So if you've got any questions, ask away down below and we'll answer them for you. I want you to be really good at these moves. I want you to be the best as you possibly can be. So that is Technique Tuesday done. Back again tomorrow, Wobble Wednesday. I hope you enjoy your new enforced lockdown. Enjoy whatever you're doing. Keep yourself safe. Keep everybody else safe. Look after each other. We will get through this, guaranteed. It'll get worse before it gets better, but together we can get through this. I am 100% certain of that. It's okay. We just knuckle down and away we go. Keep in touch. Enjoy yourself and see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock, Wobble Wednesday. Thank you very much, boys and girls. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.